Hey guys, what's up? Fur Daddy here. I'm coming at you with an Endwalker prep video. I made a post on my community channel and this was very heavily requested. So I'm eager to put a little bit of extra effort into this video so that you guys can come back and watch this leading up to Endwalker. If you're as excited as I am, you probably are scrambling through the game trying to figure out what to do. So here's a few things that can help you. Yeah, let's get into it. So here's how the video is going to work. I'm going to lay it out in 3 different categories. There's going to be what to do 2 months before Endwalker, 2 weeks before Endwalker, and 2 days before Endwalker. So you guys will be able to actually come back and check this out. It's a little gimmicky, but it's the best way that I could cram as much stuff into this video. I'm just going to be going over the basics of any of this content itself. For example, I won't go over like unlocking specific raids or anything like that. But if you want me to go into any content that seems overwhelming to unlock or get into, just leave a comment down below and I'll make a video about it, because we still have time before Endwalker, so this is a good way to prepare for me as well. So my first suggestion, and I promise this isn't a joke, but it's to actually complete Shadowbringers. I don't just mean 5.0. I've ran into plenty of people who have been progressing in many other aspects of the game but are still at like 5.3 or 5.4 or 5.5 or something like that. You're gonna have to finish the whole expansion to get to Endwalker, so do that. If you haven't finished the main scenario, just stop this video and go finish the main scenario and then come back. That also includes doing the content that was released during Endwalker, so obviously that's all the content in the game, but I mean stuff like the Near Raid, the Diamond and Ruby and Emerald Weapon raids, anything like that. You're going to want to finish all of those. So the Eden raids as well. And I go over briefly how to unlock some of those raids in my gear video. But again, if you guys want a full in-depth guide of like how to unlock all the dungeons and all the raids, I'm down to make that as well. But yeah, so definitely complete all the raids. And that kind of gets into my next point, which is to progress as far as you're comfortable with progressing into Savage. This is for a few reasons. One is that it gives you a sort of training wheels introduction into raiding. So you have the Echo and you have a higher item level and you get to be introduced to some of these more advanced mechanics that they'll probably be building upon in Endwalker, but you get to do it with a little bit of assistance from the game itself. This also gives you a really good opportunity to establish like a static, which I'll talk about a little more later. So yeah, finish all the raids, that's obvious. The other thing I highly suggest doing in this huge amount of time before Endwalker is to complete your beast tribes. Not just the ones with Shadowbringers, but go through and actually do your beast tribes for Stormblood and for Heavensward. The reason is that you get a certain allowance every week, and if you're not completing your beast tribe, you're basically putting that allowance to waste. It gives you crafting XP and everything like that. It's great. Do them. You get mounts and everything like that. And then when you want to do your beast tribe in Endwalker, you don't have to worry about a bunch of ones that haven't been completed yet. If you're like me and you want to see all of them being completed, do the beast tribes. Some of them are really weird to unlock, particularly the Moogles. But yeah, I have a list on the side right now of all the different beast tribes if you just want to go through and do those. But moving on. So the other thing that is really good to do right now is the side content, the official side content for each expansion. So that would be like Boja, right now Eureka. So I've been doing Eureka like the past week or so, and there's been so many people at Eureka, it's crazy. Like it's a totally full instance. But that's not going to be the case in Endwalker. There's going to be nobody at Eureka. Nobody's going to be doing it. Nobody's going to be doing Boja. So if you want any of that glam, any of those weapons, any of the mounts, any of the money you get, like the 15 mil pets, the 15 mil mounts, you're going to want to do that now. You probably won't have another chance to do like the Baldesian Arsenal or any of the Eureka content until Endwalker. So that's another thing you can be working away on. Those also have a challenge log, Eureka in particular, every week that you can do, so that sort of adds to your like weekly list of things. If you do that every week, you'll be progressed pretty far into Eureka by the time that Endwalker comes out. There's also custom deliveries. I'm just gonna touch briefly on that here, but later on in the video I'll talk about preparing your scripts and everything like that for the next expansion. So The next part is to level all of your crafters and gatherers to 80. I mean, that's the theme of this channel. If you watch this channel a lot, you'll know that I'm all about crafting and gathering primarily. And so I think that you guys should really be leveled up to 80, have your eye level 500 gear, maybe your augmented gear. Just be ready, because if you're there on Endwalker and you have all your stuff ready, you have your gear and everything like that, you are primed to make like a crap load of money. You can make so much. All the people you watch, like Ash 10 and all those like multi-billionaire crafters, they make their money in the first, few months of a patch or an expansion. And so that's your window. So level all those up. I have guides on my YouTube channel for leveling up your crafters and gatherers. So do that. I want to touch on that just with leveling stuff to 80 of the gear that you need. If you need gear, you can always, if you go into the expansion with 530 gear, that's great. Like, you're going to have that gear for the first few levels of the expansion. It'll make things really easy. You won't have to worry about like rolling on gear or anything like that. And if you're a crafter, you can desynth some of that gear into the new Endwalker crafting materials. So that's going to be really good. It's definitely worth it if you are already doing all this other stuff to spend your tomestones and get 530 gear. But it's not a huge priority, It's probably going to be a few item levels higher, 10 or 20 item levels higher than the gray gear you'll be getting during the expansion. So it's not something you need. Like, you're not going to need 530 to do like raids. At Endwalker, it's going to be an even higher item level than that. So yeah. Okay, so moving on. Another thing you can be doing is getting the mounts that you want to get from the extreme trials. Now, this is important because nobody really knows exactly how the stat squish that they've been discussing is going to affect anything in Endwalker. So if you're not aware, they're going to be lowering the damage done, but compensating with like an echo kind of effect. But we don't know if that's going to make things harder. So if you want to get your Phoenix or your Kirin or anything like that, or your Kamui mounts, I suggest doing that now. That's also a really good opportunity if you and some of your friends are a little bit newer to the game. Instead of getting a static together and going right into like Eden or something like that, you can get a static together and farm some mounts to begin with, and then you can transition into that. If you have that kind of group together for progging through content, it makes it really easy to bring that group into Endwalker, and then you have people doing raids right when they come out, which is the dream. So the last thing for this section is this is sort of silly, but just make all the gil that you want for Endwalker. If you want to get a plot in Ishgard, if you want to get a house, budget out what you need for Endwalker. If you want to raid, look into that. When you raid, you need 10 to 20 mil if you really want to be competing with those savage first clear raiders to get those melds and stuff like that. So you want to have a good nest egg for when... Now I really sound like a dad. You need a nest egg. You need a really good nest egg if you want to buy that stuff right away, especially housing. Housing plots can be up to 50 mil, 60 mil, so you're going to really need to be making that money now and not saving it till the last minute. So that's all I really have for you to be working on right now. There's of course other content like PvP and stuff like that, but that's the primary thing. So moving on, we're going to talk about what to do a couple weeks before Endwalker. Oh my god, guys, it's only 2 weeks until Endwalker, and I'm definitely not recording this video when it's only 70 days until Endwalker, and I'm not feigning my excitement. Woo, are you guys hyped? I bet that job action trailer was really good. I'm so sorry they either improved or did something terrible to your class, and now you have to change it for Endwalker. Oh geez, that Yoshi P is always saying something endearing, huh? Okay guys, here's the stuff we're gonna have to do a couple weeks before. I saved this until a couple weeks before because I feel like if you did it a couple months before, it would be a little overkill and you'd end up just clogging stuff up again. So this is a little more of the nitty-gritty, and we're going to kind of get into that as this video goes on. It's the more semantic stuff for the real super fans. So the stuff you want to do a few weeks before. So starting off, you're going to want to prepare your inventories. That means a few things. That means going to your retainer. I know you guys have full retainers with like Aurum Veil gear in it that you haven't cleared out in like a year. So go desynth all that, get rid of all your gear. If you need to sell stuff that has a high shop selling price, you can do the Doma Restoration. Doma Restoration is a great way to get rid of that extra stuff, and you can start doing that now, 2 weeks before. Anyways, yeah, so start getting rid of your stuff in your Chocobo bag, start getting rid of your stuff in your retainer. You're gonna need this space for all the crap that they are giving us, all the little knickknacks they want to give us, all the wind-up bunnies, and all the bunny boy lint that you're collecting from Limsa Plaza. We need that inventory space. So make sure you have your inventory ready, and this goes into my next point. My next point is sell any crafting materials that you have. All the crafting material that you have now will be worthless with Endwalker. The only exception to that is the treasure map gear, which might briefly spike in price. Now, this is speculation, so don't take my word for it. But I have a hunch that once Endwalker comes out, people won't be doing the time-worn Zoner skin maps anymore. So stuff like calf leather and Frontier Cloth might go up in price as people aren't doing it anymore, because right now everybody's killing time, so the price is plummeting. And also some dude is making like guides on making glamours on YouTube, so that can't be helping the price. All right, anyways, so yeah, sell all the crafting materials that you have. If you have any sort of way that you can use a price check that you might have found on the internet, you can use that to really quickly just go through your retainer and find the price of them. If there's some sort of fast type of 14 related thing, who knows? Anyways, yeah, so sell all your crafting materials, clear your retainers inventories, and get that ready. You can do that a couple weeks before Endwalker. The other thing you want to be doing is clear all the quests in your quest log. So if you have to do my feisty little chocobo, if you have to do Levs of Quarry Mill or whatever, clear those quests out, because you're just going to want to be zooming and grabbing all the blue quests along the way, like the Aether Currents and the different unlocks that they're going to add. So you need your quest log empty. So empty your quest log, get all that ready. The other thing you're going to want to do is spend your crafting scripts on stuff. You're going to want to spend your white and yellow scripts, because they will become antiquated when Endwalker comes out. Now, with my future site, I don't think things like Sublime Solution and the typical things that you would spend money on would be worth that much. So if your scripts are burning a hole in your pocket, you can buy materia to meld your Estet gear, or you can buy other materials. You can buy the Resplendent material to make your like shiny job weapons if you want. But yeah, spend those, because those aren't going to be useful in Endwalker. Yeah, and finally, the other thing I recommend before getting into the 2 days before is to gear your Sage and Reaper. So Sage uses healing gear, and Reaper uses maiming gear. So what that means is you can go to the vendor in Kugane that my body double behind me is showing you. You can go to them and you can talk to them, and you can get augmented Skaven gear, which is level 70 job gear. That way you'll have that right away to level up with. So you can prepare that with your Tomestones of Poetics, and that way you have everything ready. So those are the things that I could think of to do. There's of course a ton of little things you can do, but those are the main things that came to my mind. And when I talk to people in my Discord server, you can join in the description about it. And in my FC, hit me up in World to join. That's what we came up with. So without further ado, let's get to 2 days before Endwalker. I was racking my brain thinking of a bit for being 2 days out from Endwalker, but the excitement that I feel for this expansion is so incomprehensible that I don't even know how I'm gonna feel 2 days before it comes out. So this is just the same outfit. This is what you have to do 2 days before it comes out, besides lose your mind. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is plan out your route. You're going to have a lot more information than I have stuck in the past about what is currently coming out for Endwalker, but plan out what you want to do. Get together with your friends. Do you want to level up your crafters? This is an important part of that. Make sure you have a Lev quest allowance, your 99 Lev quests to level up. That's very, very important. Make sure you have that so you can quickly level up your crafters to 90. Do you want to get Reaper first? Do you want to get Sage? Where are you going to go for that? Plan all that out so you're ready to go. Ready right when patch drops, if you're a total tryhard like I am. Or just to give you something to do when you're waiting for Endwalker. That kind of goes into my next point, which is to make a schedule with your friends. Are you guys going to have like a gaming night? Are you guys going to have a time that you guys are all going to come and play? Are you going to have an event? We're probably going to be in the Stay Awake Gaming Discord, which is in the description for Endwalker at its release, no matter when it comes out. I can almost guarantee it, so make sure you have that set up. Good plan there. I mean, the most important thing you want to do 2 days or the day before the patch drops for Endwalker is to log out in a good spot. There's already congestion going on the servers. I can't imagine what it's going to be like with Endwalker. You're going to want to log out in a good spot. If you log out in Limsa, if you log out in Ul'dah, where the new Reaper job is going to be, you're going to have some serious problems getting back into the game. So make sure you log out in a good spot. If you want housing, go to the Ishgard Restoration. If you want anything like that, you plan out where you're going to log out. Do not log out in a very congested spot, or you will not be able to get back into the game. You just won't be able to get back in. It's simple as that. There isn't really much you can do 2 or 1 days before Endwalker that I can tell you right now. Most of the prep I've already covered in this video. The most important thing is to make sure you have Lev Quest allowances and you're all ready to go. I'll probably have made supplementary videos by then. I'll be at 1 million subscribers, and yeah. The most important thing you can do before Endwalker is to subscribe to my channel. I've been ramping up production of my videos so that when Endwalker comes out, I can make really, really good guides for you guys. I really want to, I'm really excited to kind of have this channel grow up until then, and when it eventually gets there to Endwalker, hopefully we have a pretty sizable audience and I can compete with some of the other tutorial YouTubers around. So yeah, thank you guys for the support. I put a little bit of extra effort into this video. I improved my microphone because I finally got Google AdSense, so hopefully you guys enjoy the new microphone quality. I really appreciate it. So subscribe, join the Discord, hit me up in World. Again, everybody who recognizes me in game totally makes my day, so hit me up if you see me in World. We're always hanging out in the Stay Awake Gaming server's voice as well, so if you want to come and hang out, yeah, we're all pretty cool. So thanks for supporting the videos, and hopefully you guys are all prepared for Endwalker. Again, if any of this stuff was too crazy or out there, or you couldn't follow it, just let me know in the description and I'll make a supplementary guide about whatever it is, if it's unlocking raids or extreme mounts or beast tribes or whatever. So thanks for showing so much support on my videos, guys, and more are coming in the future.